Okay, I had to redo this video because it didn't record. I got some neighbors throwing a party over there. Very diverse neighborhood. You know if you can hear that or not. Anyway, I just gotta get to it. So I wanted to make a video about why we get fit because I had a comment the other day, and it was like, "How often do you work out?" And I was like, "Every day." And they was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "You know what? Let me explain why." So I started working out every day as a source of dopamine, but I didn't notice what it was. It initially started, I was going through some things, and I've always exercised since I was a little kid with my mom, on and off, a lot, like a lot, a whole lot, and vitamins and all that, the whole spiel. That's pretty much my mom. And then, so I always been a runner. I always been like on the track team and things like that. But then I ended up stopping. So I always was running in some respect, but then I got to a point where where I was going through some things, and I was like, you know what? I came across some David Goggins videos, and he summed it up so well. He said to keep it PG, to stop acting like a crybaby. Don't be acting like a crybaby. So like, you know what? You're right. I need to stop acting like a crybaby. So I stopped acting like a crybaby per se, if you get my drift. Nah, I stopped acting like a crybaby per se, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out there. So I started running. First time I started running, I was just doing 0.1. Couldn't even do it. Whole body burn. I got six-pack muscles, all that, but just because you look the part don't mean you are the part. And as I kept doing it, I noticed I felt good, and I kept doing it. I noticed my body was getting good, but I was really doing it because it was helping my mental state. And as it helped my mental state, I started progressing. Then eventually, I got into Web3, things like that, crypto, and I got into like all these communities, and I started trying to figure out ways to bring energy and vibes to the communities I was in. And I was like, oh, now I had thought one day, I said, what can I do that's repetitive that could bring people in? I said, oh, I can work out. So I didn't really think nothing about it, and I just started out with push-ups, and I added in more things. Now I got like 7 or 8 things I do, and I just add them in every day. And I started noticing I feel good. And then combining that with the David Goggins mindset, I noticed I need to stop acting like I need to add that pressure, add that suffering, add that fuel that makes me not feel anything. Not like I'm running from problems and nothing like that, but it got me to that point to where I crave some suffering every day. As he would say, you suffer every day, then the rest of the day becomes easy. And as I noticed that, I embraced it. So like, he right, no off days. Now I know he do weights and other things like that, but for me and my lifestyle and how busy I am, I ain't got time to go to no gym. I be putting in work, I'm putting in hours. I really don't have no time to go to no gym. It's not no gym shade, nothing like that, but I be putting in a lot of hours. I'm like, what can I do? I can always get out of my car, do some push-ups, some sit-ups, some jumping jacks, some dips, some squats, some leg raises, forearm presses. I don't even know if that's a real exercise, but that's something I made up of. It's probably called something else, but I focus on the things that I can do, and if I find me, and I was also figuring out a way for me to find somewhere to hang at and do some pull-ups. And that I seen the effort of that. Like when I was running, I started running. I used my exercises. Well, first I embraced the suffering every day, and secondly, I get to just see how it helps me long term, like how it helps me grow and expand. And then I get to put it to the test when I go run. Like I can feel my body, I can feel my endurance. Then that helps me hone in my diet, just because we're doing it every day, and you see how it feels when you don't go right. You see how it feels when it's up and down, or when things are going not that great. You just get to feel it because you do it every day and it's consistent, and you learn it through that same, like a DCA in stocks or crypto or whatever, what have you. It's the energetic DCA. You get to see and feel through the things. And that's why I work out every day, and it's one of the reasons why we get fit. And we got plenty more reasons, but I could talk. I'm not gonna make this a long video. So yeah, it's one reason why we get fit. We make our own dope. We make our own dopamine in our brains, and we use it to cancel out all the false dopamines, all the fake things in life. I used to be a big gamer, but when I started really honing in on my exercise, I still an avid gamer. I game here and there, but I got to the point where I wouldn't do it for months because I was so happy with the dopamine that I was producing on my own. I started blocking out all the false sources of dopamine where I was a little honed in more than normal, than average, like video game addict, or a drinker or a smoker or whatever. I've been stopped a lot of those things, but that's why we do it. You hone in on doing something hard every day. You feel your body through it, through your intuition and your actual feeling and your stamina and things like that. And you cut out bad things and you keep pushing. And if you get to like just make something happen from it, that's cool too. One.